have the book for you.
Well, I must admit, I haven't had an apprentice this handy in a long time. Zinnik has nothing on you.
I had a peek inside. The pictures are nice, but what do you want to learn from them?
You'll find out soon enough. Show me that miraculous thing. This really is something. But why is it all covered in shit, for fuck's sake?
Let's just say the scribe didn't have it. It actually wasn't even in the castle. Under it, really.
Oh, refining saltpeter. Boil wine and alum. Grind. Ah, of course, it makes sense. I'll study the rest on the way. Well, the last chapter of our story of knowledge awaits us. The grand finale.
So what now? Do you have another job for me?
Charcoal. Sulfur from Hermes Trismegistos. Saltpeter from the carcass pit. As long as Black Bertolt didn't make any mistakes in his calculations, we have everything.
What Bertold? Oh, God damn it, Kraser, what's going on here? I'm tired of flying back and forth like a rag on a stick. I won't be led around by the nose. Will you finally tell me what's going on?
Believe it or not, all this secrecy had its reasons. But now I don't have to hide anything from you. It's time. We'll meet with the others in the lair, and there you'll learn the whole truth. You go ahead. I'm going to get a few things ready here.
All right, then. I hope you keep your word this time. Quick! Whoa! Great. What'll happen now?
Our last supper, with only one but very filling course, awaits us.
Krazel, please. For once, just once, tell me what's actually going on.
And rob myself of enjoying your blissful ignorance? Not a chance. Tell me yourself. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, hopefully I'll finally find out what the point of all this was.
Or not. Until you try another dose of niter.
I wouldn't do that to him. Not today. Bonnie will start today. At least I'll finally see if she understood my teachings. Bonnie?
First of all, I'd like to thank you on behalf of the whole gang for all the work you've done. We could never have finished the job without you. We found 2 new partners, you and Monarch here. It's good to have someone to rely on. So, it's time we started being honest with you. So you can finally learn the whole truth.
Not yet. Let's pull up that uppity bastard's leg a bit longer. That's the fun part.
One more word, Zinek, and you'll get one on the nose.
Calm down, friend. I'm just kidding. Tell him then, Bonnie.
This whole time, you've been collecting ingredients and clues for us. But, so you wouldn't go nosing around, we always told you it was for something different than it actually was.
The miller here calls it tackets.
Tactics, you idiot. And everything worked out according to plan. So today we're finally close to our great success. With the help of Hermes Trismegistos and his successors, we'll finally complete the dream of all alchemists. Our magnum opus.
Exactly, Bonnie.
Magnum opus. A great work of alchemy. You're trying to make the Philosopher's Stone.
I see you've learned something after all. But no, the Philosopher's Stone isn't our goal.
Let's see then, Henry. What is it you think we're making here?
Some kind of weapon?
Well, Henry's not too far from the truth after all, don't you think? Actually, he's pretty spot on. Although weapons were our last order of business. Let's start at the beginning. My father was a miller as well, but I was never much interested in the trade. Even as a young boy, I loved running around Lower Samine and investigating everything living and dead. And I had a lot of questions about everything. Then my mother, God rest her soul, decided it'd be best for me to go to study in Prague. As soon as I grew up and gained a bit of sense, I packed my bags and left.
So you went to a university in Prague? The son of a miller?
Why not? My father worked his arse off, and he had the coin for it, miller or not. I met a lot of remarkable people at the university, and my thirst for knowledge kept growing. But in the end, it only took a year of all that pretentious, scholarly blathering and hypocritical nonsense for me to realize I wouldn't learn anything proper there. Most of the students and masters are just a bunch of dogmatic fools. They have their own truth, and those who want to know more or ask the wrong questions fall into disfavor, as was my case.
So they kicked you out?
I didn't give them the pleasure. I left myself. The most important science is not subject to any religious dogma. And, of course, it's not taught at any university.
You mean thievery?
Oh, come on. The art of combination and dissolution. The key to understanding the very nature of the world. There's only one queen of science. Alchemy. I returned to the mill in Lower Samine and started a new life.
So you became a miller?
In the end, I did. As you can see. From then on, alchemy became my true passion. I brought a few important books from Prague. I started with the most difficult thing. I tried to create gold.
That was pretty daring of you.
As you might expect, it didn't work. But after a few tries, I managed to create something entirely different. Once I tried mixing sulfur, charcoal, and saltpeter. I had a candle burning next to me. A gust of wind scattered the mixture, and all of a sudden, bang! I almost shit myself, I tell you. But then I realized I'd unwittingly created a miracle. Explosive black powder.
So I was right. You're making weapons.
No, it's about much more than that. We're all in on it now.
I couldn't continue my experiments on my own, but Bonnie and Zinnig did a few little jobs for me.
So he initiated us.
But we just still didn't know how to do it right and not blow ourselves up in the process.
And we used up a huge amount of saltpeter and sulfur.
By the way, the manuscript from that Hermes Trismegistos was our shopping list and price list for material from Gutenberg.
Only we didn't know correct proportions. I looked up a few of my former fellow students and brought it up with them. And we found out that before us, some monk had already made the discovery.
Some fella called Black Bertold. And that he even started writing a book called
Feuerwerkbuch.
We can believe our luck when we found out there's a copy of it right here at Trotsky.
And you know the rest.
It's a discovery that will change history. In the right hands, it can make miracles happen. All it takes is a spark, and a storm of fire will sweep away the old world order. It will wipe out stupidity and ignorance, once and for all.
And what will happen now?
As I said, we're about to have our last supper on our journey to satisfy our hunger for knowledge. A feast of smoke and fire. Black Bertold never finished his book. because he never had enough ingredients for his last great experiment. But now, thanks to you, we do. We can finally finish Berthold's work and finish his book. We'll see with our own eyes what a barrel of black powder can do. I hope you're as excited as I am.
Before we get started, there's something I want to know. This book, Feuerwerkbuch, what's written in it?
Everything you'd want to know about black powder. How to mix it in the proper ratio, how to store it, how to light it properly, and especially how to use it in warfare, because that's the most important part, after all.
Do you really need that much saltpeter?
We do. Saltpeter makes up almost 3/4 of the mixture. Not even all the cows in the region could produce enough for us once we really get started with manufacturing.
What is it you're going to do with this powder?
During wartime, like it is now, a flammable and explosive mixture like this has more uses than you can imagine. If we had a few big barrels of the stuff, we could demolish Trotsky if we wanted to. And maybe we will.
All of us here are truly passionate about the idea of a new world, and now it's within our grasp.
What is it you studied at the university?
I was supposed to become a preacher.
That fits you. Maybe you'd even be a good preacher.
Maybe I would. Maybe I wouldn't.
God has a path prepared for each of us. And each of us here decided not to follow it.
I was supposed to be a dyer, but I was too lazy to work 6 days a week and soak my hands in lye.
I was supposed to become a nun, but I didn't want to give up the booze and fellas.
And I've already told you everything. The world is what you make it.
How did a scholar and an alchemist become a thief?
Prague is a big city, and a poor student has no chance of getting a decent place to sleep or even something to eat. Learning to shop with 5 fingers was the first requirement for survival. We're all masters of our own destiny.
I've heard enough. Now I want to see that with my own eyes.
Let's do it then. Bonnie, is everything ready?
Indeed, it is. We can get started. Long live the beautiful new world.
Looks like it ain't working.
I'd say it works just fine.
This will change history.
What? I can't hear a thing. But I'd say it works just fine.
As long as you listen to me and keep the proportions right, you won't fuck it up.
Splinters, white ash.
My ears ever stop ringing?
You really led me on about the Gunpowder magazine, didn't you? A golem made of dough, souls inside saltpeter, the secrets of light and shadow. That was all just empty talk, wasn't it?
Not exactly. It's all based on the real philosophy of the Jewish Kabbalah. I studied the writings of Bonaventura and Dietrich von Freiberg, but it was never in my interest to put their theories into practice. But they worked brilliantly as a cover-up, don't you think?
I really thought you'd have a golem made from dough walking around the mill, or that I could become invisible.
Ah, but black powder is no less a miraculous creation.
So for the last time, Crazel, what now?
I'll do what I promised, and what will most likely be my fate. I'm going to gather together all the knowledge I've acquired and finish Black Berthold's book. I'll finish his opus.
Uh-huh. And what about me?
That's up to you, Henry. You're a free man. Lord Samin has no hold over you, and never did. You know, the inevitability of God's plan takes no interest in people like you and me. We'll always be little people, beneath it all.
That sounds somehow hopeful in a peculiar way, I'd say. Now I'm even happier about the great thing we've accomplished here.
The ideal conclusion, I'd say. Maybe it's time to carry sacks at a different mill. But if you're still interested in learning a bit more, drawing from the well of alchemical knowledge...
I know where to find you.
Indeed.
Black powder? I'd never have expected that from Crazel.
Imagine, that monarch of ours is half deaf.
That dog of yours? What does that have to do with the Gunpowder magazine?
Just that I was wondering that the explosions didn't bother him at all. At least he won't suffer here. And now I'm not surprised he was so unhappy with that bastard Vasarik. Hey, how did you know what we were actually doing?
I didn't exactly.
But you said weapons. How did you find out? Did we let it slip somehow?
It was clear to me the moment I saw that book. I figured the illustrations were about either painting the walls with something to make them invisible, or demolishing them with some kind of flames.
Whew! That means it's all on Crazel, and I played my role properly. Anyway, you did a damn fine job. You deserve a nickname from me, like I promised. We're going to call you Sourdough.
Well, I think I'd rather stick with my real name.
A nickname's a nickname. You can't pick it, and nobody can take it away from you. Take care then, Sourdough, and come back and visit sometime.
Should get going.
Black powder? Well now.
You didn't expect that, eh?
I'm not so stupid that I wouldn't realise you're not just milling wheat here.
Pollux! But it is true, you did guess right that we was making weapons. Anyways, I hope the miller gives us a bit of extra coin now things has finally worked out.
Ah, in the worst case, you can go back to licking the walls of pigsties.
But next time you'll be coming with me. Farewell.
Fuck you, whoreson! Mercy! Leave me be!
Go! Whoa! There now. Go!
You still owe me for the stuff from Germany.
Look, friend, you have me confused with someone else. My name's not Hans.
If you're broke, just say so and stop trying to wriggle out of it.
You're Joachim, aren't you? We've met before.
I knew it, see? You do remember.
But my name's not Hans. It's Henry.
Why play around like this when we know each other so well?
For the last time, I am not Hans!
Oh, well, I'm sorry. You're the spitting image of him. You really are. Well, I'll be sure to be extra careful from now on.
How much does this Hans owe you?
I gave him some of my wares to take. Nothing fancy, just a few trinkets. Said he'd sell them at twice the price. I'd give him half the proceeds from the trip. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's better than nothing.
Show me what you...
Just your everyday wares. Pick out what you like.
Go! Ka! Go! Whoa, whoa!
That calf of ours gave me this dopey look. And you came straight to mine? What?
Christ, that'll be a real... bitch sometimes.
Good morning to you. Since you're always walking around the ponds here, did you notice a stray dog wandering about?
What? A dog? Do you think he came here to poach fish? Now, sheep? Well, that would be another story.
And why did you specifically mention sheep?
A while back, I heard Siegfried the shepherd complaining about them. Or about the gamekeeper. Or both. Why didn't you go and ask him yourself?
Where will I find that shepherd?
Siegfried, he lives with his sheep not far from here. On the other side of the water, up on the hill, towards the castle.
Thanks. I'll try and ask him. Otherwise, you haven't heard any talk of stray dogs around here, have you?
No, if it doesn't have fins and scales, I'm not interested in it. Though one night I was way down on the southern end of Rock Tower Pond, the big one, I've a spot there where I catch catfish. Well, I'm fishing, and all of a sudden I hear howling. Not just any old howling, mind you. There must have been at least 50 of them howling in the woods. A noise like an avalanche. I ran straight home and haven't been back there since.
Such a large pack.
Take care.
Ka! Hey! Is anyone there? Get out of here, you stinking mutt! I'm not food! Why did I leave the house? There's someone up in that tree there. If I don't help him, those wolves will eat him alive. Hey! Hey, you! Help me! Chase those beasts away! Hold on much longer! Ah! It's all right now. You can come down.
Thank God! I was starting to think I'd turn into a branch! Watch out! I'm coming down! Jesus! Mary Joseph! And an arse! My foot! Ah! Sacra!
You alright?
I fucked up my bloody ankle, damn it! Thank God you were passing by. Otherwise they'd have eaten me for sure. I'm forced to check. Huntsman,
Henry, can you walk? That fall looked bad.
you've got to... Ah! That hurts. You've got to carry me. Christ in heaven. Of course this happens to me.
Is it bad? How do you feel?
How the hell do you think? Like old Black's prick.
What?
I can't get up either. Oh! Ow! Kurva! Ow!
Jesus Christ. Are you drunk?
Not as much as I'd like to be. At least then it wouldn't hurt so much.
Where do you want me to carry you? We're a long way from the nearest sawbones.
I've got a hideout, not far from here.
What are you going to do there? Someone should have a look at that foot.
No! First we have to pick up Pepik at the hideout. Then you'll take us... Fuck! Ow! You'll take us both home.
Who's Pepik?
Pepik is my best friend.
Oh, right. Wait, what?
What's so hard to understand? You've got to get me there. I left Pepik tied up in the camp when the wolves came after me.
You tied up your best friend?
Was I supposed to let him wander off into the woods alone?
So, Pepik is your hunting dog?
What? No, you idiot! Pepik is my horse! Now enough chit-chat! We have to get to him!
Where is that hideout of yours? Is it far?
Not far. But not all that close either.
That's just great.
Look, the best thing will be if I give you directions as we go.
I'll help you then.
Throw me over your shoulder, and I'll tell you where to go. I just need a drink first, or I'll pass out from the pain. You want some?
I'd rather not. I might end up dropping you along the way.
You're bloody right. At least there'll be more for me. Oh. To hell with it all. Ow! Let's go that way.
Which way?
That way.
For Christ's sake, I can't see where you're pointing.
Turn away from the pond. Go around the bushes and keep going till you reach an old fallen tree. Yeah! The tree trunk's covered in moss. You can't miss it. It's north from here. Ow! Damn it! Man! I told you to be careful! You're carrying me like a corpse.
You're as heavy as a wild boar. So stop moving so much. And that includes your mouth.
That's the fallen tree. I can't get my bearings when I'm upside down. I know. Keep going in the same direction until you come across an anthill. Then I'll tell you what to do.
Don't you dare puke on me.
Bloody nasty. I nearly painted your back. Here's the anthill. Look at those fellas go. They're as busy as hell. It's making me thirsty looking at them. You know what? Take me to the ale house instead.
What?
I said fuck it. Let's go for a drink. Yeah! Take me to tacos. They've got the best ale.
Ugh, are you mad? I'm not going to carry you to the tavern. We're going to your hideout.
All right. Shit. You're right. We have to find... I nearly forgot about the poor fella. Take me to the north, along the stream. There's a birch there that's split in two. A real peculiar tree. You'll know it when you see it.
Ah, fine. Ugh, as long as it's not too far.
That's the way. Not much further now. Carry on into the forest. There'll be a marker on a tree there.
A marker?
Aye. A cross carved into the tree and a pile of stones next to it. The folks that work in the woods here mark all sorts of interesting places and stash. Come on. Let's move! Pepe! Pepe! Where's our big ear boy?
What does he look like?
Handsome, tall. You recognize him right away, but I can't see him anywhere. Pepe! There it is. That's the tree. You see the mark? My hideout is just a bit further to the north. You can put me down there. We're here. Put me down. Where's Pepe? Shit. Let's see if I can stand up. Henry, come here.
Where's that horse of yours?
I swear I left him here. Kurwa! Oof. I need a drink. And to catch my breath, here, take my water skin. Fill it up in that barrel over there. I'll just lie down here in the meantime. I'm dying of thirst here.
Water. Here you go.
Thanks, mate. This will clear my head. I know you've done a lot for me already. But there's something else I need. You've got to find Pepe. Whether he ran off or someone stole him, he's in trouble.
What does Pepe look like?
He's very dark, nearly black. He may not be as muscular as a regular worker, but he's quick.
Who could have taken him? We're in the middle of the woods. There's nobody around.
You're wrong. There's been a band of poachers wreaking havoc around these parts for a while now. I haven't managed to find their camp yet. But it can't be far. I'm sure they're the ones behind it.
What are we going to do about it?
You'll have to track them down, because I'm useless in this state.
All right, I'll find him. I can't carry you all the way home on my back. Where should I start?
I tied him up by that sickly tree over there. All that's left is the cut rope. I'd start over there. There must be some tracks. Once you track him down, hop on him and ride over. He's very nice. I'm sure he'll let you. Just watch out for those thieves. If you were to take care of them as well, I surely wouldn't mind.
I'm more interested in those thieves. Who are they? And where did they come from?
In wartime, fellas like that pop up like mushrooms after the rain. And all they want to do is prey on others. Don't overthink it too much. They're a bunch of fuckers. Nobody will miss them.
Do you have any idea how many there are?
Definitely not many. Judging by the tracks, maybe 4.
That's all I need to know. Will you manage all by yourself?
Who do you think I am? A little girl?
What if some more wolves show up?
Why would you even say that? Get out of here and stop scaring me!
I'm on it. Rest up in the meantime.
Thanks, friend. And another thing. I had a hunting crossbow on the saddle. If you find that as well, keep it for your trouble.
Pray for a quick death, you bastard!
What? If you What?
Intruder! Get over here!
Now you're gonna get it!
Attack! Everyone!
Take them!
Are you shitting yourself? We're under attack! Christ, it's fucking butchery! Christ, it's fucking... Alert! Bomb!
Right, Pepik. Let's go and see Vostatek. Found Pepik. The bandits had him, just like you said.
You have no idea how glad I am to see you, lads. Thanks, Harold.
You're welcome. And my name's Henry.
Whatever. What did you do with those horse sons?
They're dead. Down to the last one.
Serves them right. You're one hell of a fighter. You're a real tough fella. I mean, you stink, and your shoulders are pointy. But a tough fella nonetheless.
Enough already.
All right, then. Will you ride with us? Or will we meet back at my place? We've got a lot to celebrate.
I'll ride with you. We wouldn't want you falling off that horse along the way.
Vostatek!
Slata, my dear!
Vitek! Come here! Pa's home! Thank God you're all right. What happened?
Nothing much. Some wolves went after the carcass I had and chased me up a tree. Good thing Henry here showed up to save me.
Mother of God! That could have ended badly.
What is it, Ma? He's fine, just like I said he'd be.
Vitek, don't be rude.
He's right, though. I'm mostly fine.
Don't talk rot. What about your leg? Don't tell me a wolf bit you.
Nothing like that. I did that jumping down from the tree.
Are you sure there were even any wolves to begin with? You reek of booze. Again, he was drunk, wasn't he?
That's not how you should talk to your father, lad. Your father strikes me as an honest man, who cares about his loved ones, whether he drinks or not.
I'm not surprised. I reckon you're quite the drunkard yourself. Excuse me. I have some work to do.
Thanks for your kind words, Henry. Pay him no mind.
That's enough talk. Henry, we've got to reward you somehow. If you ever need a place to sleep, our door is always open.
That's right. And you deserve a big pile of groschen. You saved Pepik and even dealt with those poachers on top of it.
What poachers?
Oh, nothing, Slatter. Thanks, Henry. Here you are.
Happy to help.
Now, if you'll both excuse me, I've got to sleep it off.
Thank you, Henry. Truly. Stop by sometime.
God be with you.
Same to you.
I'm looking for my dog.
What's that got to do with me? Everyone's looking for something.
I think my dog joined a pack of wild animals. I found a mauled deer near the spot he got lost.
Now that you mention that wolf pack, I've got it in for them. And I'm not the only one. They've been wreaking havoc around Simine, chasing after game. It's driving old Lord Simine mad. But you're telling me an ordinary mutt joined up with them?
Well, I'll have to go and verify it. Thanks.
Folks say they're always prowling up in the woods and rocks above the pond in the evenings. If you want to find them, try looking around there before dusk.